Adam here, Wizard Podcast. Before we dive into today's video, please remember to subscribe to our channel. It really helps us grow our audience. Thank you. The big DC virtual con was this past weekend, the DC Fandome. It's a clever idea in this time of COVID, and it's probably going to translate to a real-world event where they can actually have a dome for the fans to be in. If you didn't have 8+ hours to sit and watch through it all, I'm going to give you the rundown on what I consider to be the highlights. Be warned, this is going to be filled with my personal opinions and is only going to cover the things that I was actually interested in. Somewhat. Let's start with the movies. That's the big draw with DC around this time, not even comics anymore. So first off, we get another look at Wonder Woman 1984. I really enjoyed Wonder Woman, but I'm not as pumped for the sequel as most people seem to be. The trailer's fine. I'm a bit worried about the 1980s setting being a bigger deal than it should be. It seems like the very thought of setting something in the 80s or the 90s has people roaring with laughter. I don't know why, it leads to a bunch of cheap jokes and the soundtrack with the same 10 songs you can expect from one era or the other. Just look at Captain Marvel. I also like Kristen Wiig, but I don't really see her as a convincing villain. I'll probably concede this point, and because she's so talented, I'll probably be eating my words, but that's where I sit right now. Then we have the next Suicide Squad. It's not Suicide Squad 2, it's The Suicide Squad. They're taking their naming from the Fast and Furious franchise. It looks cooler than it should, but it kind of makes me think of The Expendables. Wow, look at the crazy cast of characters. All it has to do is be fun. The director's a cool guy that I've liked forever. What could go wrong? That's what could go wrong. I'm glad James Gunn's attached. I like the cast and the insane amount of characters. I like that they're embracing the weirdness of it. I'll watch it when it hits HBO Max. I can't really say I'm looking forward to it. There's some footage if you want to seek it out. People speaking very highly of the movie. Whatever. And now's the part of the video that I was worrying about, where a lot of people are kind of going to be wishing me dead. I don't care about the Justice League Snyder Cut. I'm sorry for the trouble in Snyder's family around the time of the original. I'm sorry a lot of the cast and crew hated working with Joss Whedon. Maybe if things went another way, this could have been good. I'd even settle for watchable, but they didn't, and it's not. So to turn a bad movie into a 4-hour miniseries we're all supposed to believe all of a sudden it's going to be amazing, I'm not that optimistic. Maybe a new cut will make some of it better, but without redoing massive portions, it'll be the same core movie with the same murderous Batman. No. That being said, I'll probably be a glutton for punishment and sit through all 4 cringy, brutal hours just to be part of the conversation and stay in the geek loop. If for no other reason, then I already have a year of HBO Max anyway. There was also a Black Adam panel. Who doesn't love The Rock? But there's no project to go with it. There was also some cool games announced. The Batman Arkham games, especially the first 2, are some of my favorite games ever. So, out of all the game announcements, I'm really all in on Gotham Knights. It looks like, and I'm hoping it does, play like those excellent Arkham games. I hope they stick the landing another time around. The concept's cool. I just don't want it to play like a Dynasty Warriors or something like that. And DC is still a comic book company, believe it or not. They've been working hard behind the scenes to gut the comics division and fire anyone who's been there for a long time. That was not mentioned during the Fandome, but there is a new comic coming out in the Sandman universe. I finally just recently got caught up in the Neil Gaiman epic. I love Neil Gaiman. The first book was amazing. The second 2 were still pretty great, though not as good. I'll read another one. And now, here's the moment we've all been waiting for, the Batman trailer. This is another casting and another telling of The Dark Knight. Luckily, we won't have to sit through another origin story, and it looks like Batman won't be a murdering psychopath. Matt Reeves is an incredible director, and the cast is stacked. I feel like they may be doing too many villains, but I'm trying hard to be optimistic. Let's watch. Before we do, you gotta queue up the trailer, and I'll count down to when I press play so you can watch along with me. I like doing the little picture-in-picture thing, but Warner's being very protective about the Fandome experience, and I've been hearing from many places that videos are getting pulled for doing exactly what we're doing here and editorializing on the videos. I don't understand pulling down content for a trailer. I guess in some cases it might have been the song from the trailer. I know it's just algorithms. No one's sitting there seeing what this person and that person is doing and saying, no, that's mine, and taking it away. The algorithm might be a little too strict in this case. But if I put the trailer picture in picture with the video, it might not ever get posted at all, and if it does, it might be pulled down. And frankly, this is kind of a lot of work for it to just be pulled down in 5 minutes. So, cue up your trailer, I'll count in the start, and then we will watch and react to the trailer for The Batman. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, a couple logos. All right, we got some real dark stuff setting the tone for the movie. I'm blanking on the actor's name right now. I'm sorry. He's awesome on Westworld. He's awesome in everything he's been in. Jeffrey Rush, is it maybe? Not the old Jeffrey Rush. I know I'm close. Anyway, he's amazing. It looks like we got the Riddler here. There's Maroni on the wall, so we're going to have the crime families of Gotham. The Batman suit looks cool. Pattinson looks good in it. What we got here? Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, I'm all about. We got Colin Farrell in some fat makeup, looking good. I like that Batman's working along with the GCPD. He's supposed to be something of a myth around Gotham, but there's plenty of stories with him getting along with more people than just Gordon. Here we go. While he is supposed to be the world's greatest detective, we are all here to watch Batman punch crime in the face. I love the car. The Tumbler was really cool in the Nolan movies, but I like the idea of Batman being a rich guy doing stuff that a rich guy could get his hands on. They did explain it well in the Nolan things that he basically has a tank, but I think it's awesome he has a customized muscle car again. It does have a jet engine, but that's not so far afield. Nice reveal. Only in theaters. It won't be an HBO Max thing. Let's hope we're all not still dealing with COVID and lockdown by then. I know here in New York we don't have theaters open yet. Okay, well, that was my coverage of the Fandome. I think that trailer's awesome. DC is going to get more money out of me, even though a few movies back I swore that would never happen again. I watched Shazam on HBO. Don't care about Joaquin Phoenix's unconnected, is it connected, unconnected Joker movie. I don't care about Batman villains without Batman. I don't care about Aquaman. Not like that same old joke of Aquaman is lame, but you know what? Jason Momoa is just not very good. Sorry. DC hasn't been doing much on the big screen that has had me impressed lately. Shazam was fine for a kid's movie. Wonder Woman was very cool. I'm rambling at this point. So, what did you get out of the Fandome? What were you into with it? What do you think of the things we covered here? Most importantly, what are your thoughts on Matt Reeves' The Batman? Will you be showing up? Let us know in the comments. All of our accounts can be found after the show and in the show notes. Also, make sure you listen to So Wizard Podcast every single week wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure you go to SoWizardPodcast.com where you can find reviews, recommendations, videos, all new merchandise, and more. There are a ton of merchandise offerings. It's not just sweatshirts and t-shirts anymore. New designs coming up too, so check that out. So Wizard Podcast can also be found on Patreon, where for as little as $1 a month, you support the show and get bonus content for it. And again, please subscribe. Helps us grow our audience. We're working on free content for you guys all the time. Thanks.